Good morning, I'm Jim Franklin, Milkmaker73 on Twitter, and I would like to take you on a quick tour around our dairy farm, family dairy farm, which came to an end 3 weeks ago today. We had our dispersal sale, so bear with me, I'll take you for a quick tour around. Excuse the quality of the videoing, light and dark and all the rest of it. And here is our main yard. Loose boxes, or stables, whatever you want to call them, used to be housed or homes to our calves, our dairy calves and our beef calves. Of course, not one unit of livestock left on the place now, so it's very much quieter. It's incredibly strange. It does still bring a lump to your throat. Used to be a feed barrier up there, used to run from left to right. That's where the lady cows would stand and have their breakfast or their tea. They might even should be in here now, perhaps, with the weather the way it is. Anyway, we'll carry on. Our old pig pens, more calf homes, I suppose you'd say. And then down towards here is where our bulk tank used to live, in that big space there. 5,000 litre milk tank. The tanker used to reverse down here every morning, and then he'd connect his pipe up around here, which goes to the bottom of the tank, which would have been there, and he'd take it all out. An average of about 2,800 litres a day is what we were looking at. And you've got the various bits of plant. The tub with the ADF dip used to sit there. And there's the old vacuum motor, the engine that used to drive the milk plant, the machinery, the vacuum, get all the milk out of the cows. Hasn't run now for 3 weeks. As I say, this is still quite a difficult thing to do, actually. You don't realise until you start talking about it. That's lime scale out of the hot water tank, if you wondered. And in here, we would have had the AI pen, which would have stood there. That's all been taken out and cut out and sold. That's where the lady cows would have stood to be serviced. AI got back in calf to hopefully continue another successful year round. The ADF system used to sit here, up on the wall, and the compressor down on the floor there. We'll just have a quick look out the back door here. Feed bin used to stand here, 15-ton feed bin. It would have had a feed pipe coming out across here, across this scaffolding here as such, and it would have come up through this shed and into the loft there. So we'll just walk through our invisible AI pen. A few bits of feed is left. No electricity over this side of the farm now. We've had it all switched off, just for safety and cost, really. Quick walk down through the pit. I haven't been down here for 3 weeks. So all the clusters have gone. All the pipe work, a lot of the electrics have been taken out. Just need to concentrate on where I'm walking for a second. It's getting a bit dark down here. So yeah, feed systems have gone. They've been taken out. Used to come out the ceiling there, white pipes dropping down into the troughs. Jars left, that's about it really. So as I was saying earlier, 3 weeks ago, dispersal sale. We bedded down every yard we had really to allow the auctioneers to separate the lady cows into their various lots, groups of 10 generally. And to be said, excuse me, just trying to, there we go. So it was all action here 3 weeks ago. Not so much now. Just another angle. And that's for the passage, well, what would have been a passageway where our, excuse me, that's where the cows would have stood after milking, as I say, to have their various breakfasts or teas or whatever. Approaching their bedroom now. This was the site where the ring was set up, the auction ring. It was just down here. You can maybe see the sleepers with hardcore sand and sawdust on the top. We had a lot of lovely comments about the quality of the cows that we were selling and the heifers. So, yes, strange times. If you want to know what it's like to give up dairy farming, it's as strange and as painful as you think it is. A lot of people paying a lot of attention to you. Asking you what you're doing next, that's always good. I think that what we're looking at the moment regards milk price and all the rest of it, it's not about just banging on for more money as such. It's the worry that milk that dairy farmers produce and what it takes to produce it and the passion involved. We feel the product has been undervalued, undermined. You know, it's the, well, I say single most important thing that people go into supermarkets for. It's not. I'll admit that, but it is one of them. You know, you go to your fridge first thing in the morning and you're out of milk, it's an absolute disaster. Well, it was in our house anyway, especially as a dairy farmer at the time. Running out of milk is quite embarrassing. But I think it's down to the public, British consumer, going into its supermarkets and asking that shop, you know, what's their policy, their sourcing policy regards where their milk comes from. Do they support their suppliers? Did I say support then, or support? I think, you know, you have to, British dairy needs to be promoted more. You know, people need to know why they should be buying British dairy. You know, you walk down your supermarket aisle, you know, what are you looking for? What's going to make you pick a British dairy product off the shelf over anything else? I think that's what we need to be looking at. We've got Farmers for Action, bringing the challenge to the British public. A lot of dairy farmers, or I say a lot, a number, don't agree with it. Such is the way, that's fine. That's okay. Everyone's allowed their opinion in this country, that's the good thing. But the public have to be aware that it's because a product such as milk and cheese and yogurt and all the rest that we go on to produce, or that our product, milk, can go on to produce, is not undervalued and is not used to drag people into your shop. So we need to find a way to promote British dairy and their lady cows, because let's face it, without your lady cows, you're nothing, you know. So what we need in my opinion, very important I say that, is a way to promote it, get it out there, tell people why it's brilliant, have a network behind that belief, and to see where we can go from there. Anyway, I think that'll do for now. We'll just have a quick walk down the drive. Where am I? About there. Low battery. Probably just as well. This is a quick view from the farmyard, I suppose. Fields out in the back there where we used to get our straw from for our loose housing. The wood where the buzzards play, I suppose you would say. And off down there, we've got the polytunnels where your strawberries are grown. Nothing to do with us, I must admit. And then down ahead here, there's the field where all our machinery was sold. So there you go, just a brief insight into it all. So thanks for listening. Sorry about all the repetition probably. But you know, have to be aware it's good to defend what you believe in and the people that you know work so hard in the British dairy industry and why they work so hard, what it is they're trying to get out to you, what they want on the shelf. You need to know about the people behind it, people that look after the cows. And this is what I'm hoping to do in, I don't know, maybe several forms, different areas. So if you have any suggestions or you can help in any way, or you've got a story that wants to be told or someone to tell it for you, it is quite a brave thing to do. It's difficult to do, talking to people, especially when it's not your first line of defence. Most dairy farmers are better at talking to their animals than they are to other human beings, and I appreciate that. I find myself in quite a unique position now, sort of on the other side of the gate, I suppose you'd say. So, like I say, get in touch. Got any ideas, or anything we can do to promote British dairying and all that's good about it, and why people should choose British dairy products on their shelf above anything else and all the other stuff that's out there, just to take a split second to think about what it is they're doing and what it is they're buying. And I wish you all the very best of luck. And like I say, if you think I can help you in any way, or you've got an idea or just anything that you want help with, get in touch. I'd be happy to help. You never know, might get back behind a herd of cows one day. I already feel I know a lot more about it now than I did before. So thanks for listening. Sorry about all the dark and light and all the rest of it, and not looking at the camera. Take care. All right, stay safe.